Hello and welcome back to our France campaign. So, we are now Duke. In fact, we are the Duke of Aquitaine, which is fantastic. It's actually a pretty reasonable amount of land. Do we hold all of Aquitaine? I think that's a fair question to ask at the start here. Yes, in fact, we hold Aquitaine plus a bit of Bourbon. Oh, well that's nice. What does our succession look like with us holding Aquitaine? Everything goes to our heir because we have one heir. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. We also only have one holding and one duchy title, so yes, everything would always go to our heir. But yeah, okay. That's fine then. So, I guess what we need to do to start with is have a little look at our council, sort that out with the knowledge that we have some new vassals who are now going to be wanting to be members of our council. Then we're probably going to have a little look at the accolade system. So, let's start by going in here and sorting out our council. So, can't change our bishop. Our chancellor, I just want to see who the best person is. So, currently, this guy is our best person, but we could replace him with our brother, who does hate us. He hates us because we tried to murder him. Now, would he like us if he was on the council? That's the important question. So that's like 45, 50, 55, 60, 70. So plus 70, he would still dislike us. He might not dislike us at 100, but he would still dislike us. Okay, so I'm probably not going to put my brother in charge here. In fact, for our brother, we want to maybe consider just taking his title. I mean, I think we can. Because if we have a look here, we have a claim on it. And if I go into... where is it here? If we go into laws, if we were able to change our succession law, if we were able to change our crown authority up a level, we can just revoke that title, and I don't think there would be any trouble. The only problem would be that he'd likely rise up against us if we did that. He's currently allied to Denmark. Yeah, so that's pretty annoying that he's currently allied to Denmark, because if he was going to rise up against us, we would have to fight Denmark, which is not ideal. So, yeah, we'll need to consider that. Okay, steward. Best person is the person we have in there. The next best person isn't good enough for us to even consider. Apparently we can imprison this guy. Okay. Why? What's he done? Let's have a look at imprisonment. He tortured a family member. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we could definitely imprison him, although we can't because he'll rise up in rebellion, but okay, that's something to think about. Alright, next, Marshal. So Marshal, we could have somebody who's 5 worse in as our Marshal. Now, this person would probably like us a reasonable amount if they were on our count. Well, they wouldn't like us, but they would not dislike us a reasonable amount more if they were on our council. It might be worth taking the 5 Marshal hit here just to... have this guy in. I think it is. Let's hire this guy. So he only hates us at minus 29 right now, and I'm going to switch him on to training commanders. Spymaster. Spymaster is a position you have to have somebody who likes you in it, because otherwise they're going to be in plots against you. This guy kind of likes us, and to be honest, if we look here, like, this is the person who likes us more, and they're much worse at the job. So yeah, I think we're where we're going to be with that one. Okay, our wife is here. What do we want here from our wife? She currently has a lot of stewardship, so we could get her to give us more. We can't really get a lot more marshal, because we can only get one. See, assist ruler is what I'm basing this off of. So right, assist ruler, currently we get 1 marshal. If we were to go to chivalry, we give up all these other stats for 1 marshal, for 1 extra marshal. Diplomacy, we can get 3 more. Stewardship, we can get 5 more, so we'd be giving up 4 stats to get 5 stats, which makes it kind of the only one that's intriguing to me. The question is, do we want a huge boost in stewardship? It could be okay. It would earn us money, which would be fine, I guess, for now. I mean, I would like to increase my marshal, but I don't think we're going to go to war too much right away on this character. So let's maybe do that. Let's get as much stewardship as we can to get us a little bit more money. Okay, does mean our diplomacy sucks. But our diplomacy sucks anyway, because it's either a plus... It's either 2 or it's a 1, so... Yeah, whatever. In here, we got any new positions we'd want somebody to be in? Not really. We do want a personal champion at some point, but we'll figure that out in a second. Okay, next thing that I want to do, I want to marry off people in my court, although I am going to wait till the 1st to do that. There we go. Hey, I'm the dynasty head. That's nice. Okay. Anyway, just wanted to wait till the 1st so we hit an autosave. Let's go. Oh, actually, I have one for here. Court marry. There we go. So, we have a couple of our lovers who we actually probably don't want to be married. So that's fine. Our bishop who can't be married. You were previously married to... to this guy. Okay. Well, you could definitely marry if we were going to do a matrilineal one. Here's a question. Are we going to do any matrilineal marriages in this playthrough? I don't think so. I think we'll limit ourselves in them. Maybe what we say is if we've got people in our court who we want to keep in our court, we got to marry them to somebody in our court. Yeah. So in that case, I actually kind of want you two to marry. So actually, I don't want to use find spouse. I want to use arranged marriage. And I want to go for you. There we go. That's fine. Yeah, that's acceptable. I guess I could have done matrilineal if I wanted to keep the dynasty. Ah, well, whatever. It's too late now. And then you need to marry. So let's find somebody. So let's do a married court. There's only 12. No inheritable traits. No inheritable traits. Okay. Although you're 55, so I might extend the age difference out a little bit here, and then maybe see if there's an inheritable trait we can get. Wolfhield. She's, you know, fairly old, unlikely to have children, but you know what? We'll bring her in anyway. She might be a good physician, although our wife could be a good physician as well. Yeah, let's send that one out. Okay, with that in mind, let's have a little look at our knights. So that is our full list of knights currently. I guess John the Norman is probably our only person who we'd want to have as an accolade knight currently, but we'll think about it. Right. Oh, you know what we should do, actually? We should go into here, and there is an invite knights option. Yeah, let's do that. We have money, so we can always recruit them if they turn up at court. So let's wait a little bit and get some new knights. Pay ransom. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, she can definitely leave. Do I have anyone else in my prison? I do. Oh. Isabel. Well, let's get 10 gold for you. And Nikolaus. You're not really good enough to be a knight for us, so I think I'll just take my hook, which probably means that you are just going to disappear from our life. Also, wait a second. What's happening over here? Yeah, it's fine. You can pay me 10 gold as well for that person. The Rhine is flooding. Oh. Okay. Interesting. I haven't played over on the side of the map since natural disasters have been put in, or at least I don't think I have, so yeah, it's interesting seeing them appear. Anyway. That's fine. Right. Oh, do we have any more children in court? Let's just reset. This one's fairly easy, so it's court and then children. Oh, and my son, obviously. Yes. Yeah, he's the only one that we haven't yet done anything with. And then my nephew's just getting educated at court, I think. So that's fine. Right. That's all okay. Let's go forward a little bit. Hey, one of my commanders was improved. That's nice. Any new knights appearing? I'm kind of just waiting to see if anyone turns up. I just want to sort by guest. Oh, maybe this guy was somebody who turned up. I'm definitely going to recruit him. Yeah, it's going to cost me stress to recruit these guys, but that's okay. It's weird that sort by guest didn't get them to show up. Where, like, you would expect that would, but okay, that's fine. Just continue chilling here for a little bit. Remote culture is done. Hey, my capital is now French. Wonderful. What does that mean? Not a ton. The main thing it means is that French culture stuff will now apply to us. So we'll now get this set of technology rather than this set of technology. However, you may notice they're quite similar, so yeah. The other thing that it means, though, is I think you get a penalty when you're holding land that isn't your culture. I think it's to popular opinion. Yeah, cultural acceptance. So our cultural acceptance is not a factor anymore. So that's quite nice. Yeah. Okay. Have these knights arrived? Sort by guest. Aha, another knight has arrived. He's not really very knightly in terms of what he's got, but we're going to recruit him because we're running a little low. And then maybe it's time to hold a hunt. Might be time. Just to lower our stress a little bit. Maybe not try and kill our brother while we're holding this hunt. Right. Ooh, let's see here. Let's go to this forest which has hunting grounds in it. Yeah. So there's an 100% chance of danger due to a lot of things. Holder's opinion of me also increases danger. I'll need to figure out what to do with that one. Yeah, so that's going to make it actually very difficult for us to go on a hunt there. Maybe if I hold a hunt in my own lands. So maybe here where there are some hunting grounds. It's not ideal. It's a lot less dangerous. Actually, that's not even my own lands. Oh. So maybe what if I hold a hunt right here in my capital? Yeah. We're not going to worry about success chance. We're doing this for the stress loss. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to clear out a bunch of people who we're going to invite to this. There we go. So I'm going to invite my knights, and I'm going to invite court hunters. That seems fine. Some people are saying yes to turning up. Anyone else? Court guests, I guess, could turn up. Courtiers? Yeah, that's okay. It's only my brother who's not going to turn up, and I assume that's opinion of me. No, it's just he will not arrive. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Right, well, let's hold this hunt. 10% success chance, but it wasn't going to be much better than that anyway. We are going to go and hunt a stag. Deep roots. A great oak presents itself with its majestic crown, reaching far and wide, covering everything below in darkness. Looking up towards its branches reminds me of the various dynasties that come and go, all of those who came before me and those who will pass my legacy forward when I am gone. As I get closer, I notice several carved initials on its bark, leaving a gentle reminder that people come and go through the ages, and the person I'd want to pass on my legacy with is my everything, Alice. Okay, we get Love Eternal for 5 years, which increases stress loss. Well, that's good. Yeah. Ooh, new Intrigue Lifestyle perk. Well, let's go grab that first. We're going to grab Mortal Adoration. Lovers are less likely to join murder schemes against you. More likely to save you in case of attempted murder. That's nice. Wildflowers. Duke, look at all the useful herbs and flowers. This one can soothe aches. This one aids a broken shin. This one wards off great pox. Well, I can get some learning lifestyle experience. Or I can increase my hunter trait experience. Let's increase hunter trait experience. Cornering the stag. We are going to go for a non-perilous method. So we're going to ambush it. Foragers. The forest truly is the mantle of the poor, but as the stag flees in panic from foraging peasants, I feel my patience wearing thin. Surely it must be better things to do today than picking roots and mushrooms. So we can deny the peasants the forest, we can aid the peasants, or these are their ancient rights. I'll just say these are the ancient rights. We're not going to succeed anyway. Yeah, that's fine. However, we will lose a little bit of stress. Although, I guess I didn't lose as much stress because I'm lazy and shy. Oh, I also didn't have the hunter trait until now. Oh, right. Well, yeah. So I was thinking I might lose some because I might have the hunter trait, but never mind. John can now be acclaimed as a huntsmaster. Okay, well let's have a look. Let's see what this is like. It says that he can now have that. So John. Ooh, okay. So these I think are the same buffs, right? Yeah, if we hover over them, I'm fairly certain they're mostly the same things. Yes. So they're not really changing that too much. Okay. So I'm going to pick Huntsmaster. Allow John to be a knight. Force him to be a knight. Why would it allow you to forbid him to be a knight? I guess he could be an accolade knight, but not actually be a knight? Wait, could you do this? Wait. What? Why does it allow you to let him be forbidden as a knight when you're creating an accolade? That doesn't make any sense, because you would want him to be a knight. Okay. Well. He is going to be... the Knight of Hunts. There we go. Right, create accolade. Okay. So squires are pathetic, apparently, for this. Acclaimed Knight Prowess, Martial, Hastluder trait, and Hastluder horse experience. So squires are a new thing, basically. So squires come in, and they are effectively who's going to inherit the accolade. So instead of it being like an accolade succession like it happened previously, what it will do, from my understanding, and then we need to see this in practice, is if there is somebody eligible in your court who can be a squire, it will have them inherit it. Otherwise, it will generate you somebody who fits the accolade. But the level that they are depends on this aptitude thing, and you can see how it's different things build into that. Oh, I see. And if they level up, then they get accolade attributes that they can then add to this. Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, I guess I should have probably, I was thinking here, I should probably, if I was going to make him a Knight of Hunts, had him be the Master of the Hunt, but you know what, I'm going to replace this guy. Is it going to cost me a lot? It's going to cost me 200. Okay, we won't worry about it for now, but we'll worry about it later, and we'll try and make sure those positions line up. That's fine. Okay, cool. So that's accolade number 1. Accolade number 2? Apparently this is the only person we can put in here. Okay, but he doesn't currently serve as a knight. Be Marauder, which doesn't really give us anything. Stalwart, Travel Safety is okay. Or Master of Revels. You and your primary heir may gain Eager Reveler. I mean, that's okay. Master of Revels is actually perfectly fine. Yeah, that's kind of the same as our Hunt one. Although, yeah, do we not have a... No, I thought we had a Brewmaster position or something. Am I crazy? Yeah, I thought we had this position. Why is this no longer there? A barony in your domain has the brewing house building. Oh, was it La Marche had a brewing house building? Ah, okay. I see. Interesting. Anyway. Yeah, I guess you could be Master of Revels. That's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. We're going to force you to be a knight. I guess that makes sense that you would want to be able to force somebody. We're going to call you the Knight of... I have no idea. Knight of Wine? Sure, something like that. We'll work out something better later. You're the Knight of Wine. And he's also got pathetic squires. There we go. So we've got our 2 accolades. So that's kind of the new accolade system that we're working with here. We are going to have to improve them over time, but anyway, we'll work it out. Right, let's do this. Now, actually, I do want to test something. You know what? Let's just test it right away. What happens if... Ah, you can't forbid him from being a knight. What happens if you break this? So what happens if I say, actually, we're going to do this? He's still forced into being a knight. Okay, well, that's all I needed to see. Okay, so if they are forced to be a knight and they can't be forbidden because they're an acclaimed knight, they will always be a knight. Okay, that's fine. So previously what it would have done is it would have said, okay, well, this person can't be a knight. Like, say they fell out of the requirements of being a knight, or say they can't be a knight, so therefore we're going to immediately remove him and put somebody new in. It doesn't do that anymore. So that's fine. Just wanted to see how that worked together. So we need a personal champion as well. Could that be this random guy, Matthew? I guess it could be. Yeah. You can be my personal champion and you will work on improving yourself. Right. Also, well, actually, let's just go to the next month. There we go. Let's go for unmarried court members. So we now have a couple of members of our court who can marry. So let's just switch this back, and then we'll go for inheritable traits. We weren't going to marry off our lovers. Just so we can have bastards if we want them. Yes, you could marry Trude. That'd be okay. Yeah. Right, let's get her into our court. And then Matthew. Matthew is going to marry... Ooh, Ingrid's got multiple traits here. Quick and Amazonian. Yeah, let's get Ingrid into court. Wonderful. Okay. Bastard born. A bastard called William. Will everybody know about William? Who is English cultured? The world will know of my child. Okay. So we are gonna have. We are also now an adulterer, but that was always gonna happen. Yeah. So we're gonna have to get him educated by somebody French. We could probably do that immediately, actually. It could be us. We could try and convert his culture, and when he converts, we send him off to someone else. Also, let's just put him on the side there. Yeah. Let's convert him. Wonderful. A knight has arrived. Another knight. Okay. Let's recruit him. That's why we lost stress after all. So we could recruit that last person. And then he needs to get married immediately. He can marry. Just seeing if we got anyone else who pops out to me as somebody who I desperately want someone to marry. No, let's go for age. Yeah, I think fecund. Let's try and get more fecund into our court. Right. That's all fine. Liege has entered into regency. That's probably because he's off doing something. No, it's because he's 11. Okay. Oh, I think it might be an entrenched regency, which is basically it's going to be when he comes of age, it won't immediately disband. Also, what's happened to France? War against the tyranny. Fair enough. Too much of a good thing. Am I going to ditch any of my lovers? I could ditch the lover who hasn't given us a child. Yes. Yeah, I think so. I think that seems fair. Our wife has fallen pregnant again. Okay. Also, I gotta say, my second son looks a lot better than our first son. First son, club-footed. Second son, maybe a bastard, but he's robust. So, that's cool. Although he is also English, which is obviously a major debuff. What's this? I'm invited to a hunt? Oh, okay. I'll go to Duchess Sybil's hunt. Oh, and we get to go through here. Which will get us a little extra martial lifestyle experience. Potentially get us Defender. Where exactly is it? Oh, it's all the way up there. Hey, I finally got the thing where I could skip travel planning. Yeah, it's going to be difficult to go to. That's okay, we can work this out. Wait, is this the only place? Ah, this is the only place I can cross, I see. So what if I go here instead? That's okay. Yeah. After this one, I want you to go to Paris. And cross right over. On the way back, do we want to go to these ones? No, it's all diseased over there. I think we just go there and back, and we'll be happy that we don't run into more disease. We get to go all the way to the coast here. I'm going to get you to do the same on the way. Oh, on the way back. There we go. I think is fine. Yeah, for now that's acceptable. I need to do a couple of these. So let's go experienced captains and then forders. Yeah, so it's a little dangerous, but not a lot dangerous. Let's go. Right. And we're off. Hopefully we arrive in time. That would be very annoying if we don't. Oh, another person has arrived. Do we want to recruit him? It's going to cause us a little bit of stress, but yes, I do want to recruit Robin. Right. Clear this out. And then we probably want to marry some of these people off. When did you arrive in my court? Oh, no, you're here. Oh, okay. After that crash, we have not recruited that guy. However, they're in my court because they're part of my travel company, which counts as your court, but they will leave afterwards, so they're not really part of our court, if that makes sense. Anyway, carrying on. Alice has got architectural experience. That's cool, I guess. Land of milk and fish. As I get up in the early morning, I cannot help letting out a loud yawn. Stretching, I make my way out of the tent to see that people are already moving about. I notice Margaret heading off with what looks like a makeshift fishing rod through all the noise and bustle of the camp. Where are you off to? I ask her. She responds with a nonchalant shrug. It's a nice day for fishing. I can say it sounds like a good idea that would give us a huge amount of stress loss, or let's rest here a couple of days. Well, yeah, let's increase her opinion of us. Stuck in the mud. My caravan master can handle a bit of mud, apparently. Okay, well, do so. My regent failed to further my mandate and lost me 50 gold. That's not ideal. Lately it feels like I'm constantly being distracted by vivacious thoughts and erotic fantasies. With all the hardships of my everyday life, it is all too easy to lose myself in daydreams and forget about reality. These desires are clearly interfering with my life, but what should I do about them? Let nobody but me enter the brothel tonight? Okay. That works, my stress is gone. Now we have arrived at the hunt. Okay, what are we going for? We're hawking a goose. Which I guess means it's falconry. Anyway. I never took you for somebody to be able to survive by yourself in the wilderness, so I figured you could use a bit of practice, says Humphrey. Well, Humphrey, I attempt to skin an animal, or isn't up to me to do such a menial task. I'll skin an animal. Whatever remains are indistinguishable. Alright. Taking wing. Duchess Sybil's game master signaled the party to hush. We have arrived at the release spot. There is a clear sight line to a wedge of grey geese, watering themselves in a pond up ahead. The beaters will soon be in position, ready to spook the game to flight. The party halts as we prepare to remove our birds' hoods and set them one by one to their sport. It's time. I have a daughter called Melusine, or more correctly called Ermengarde. Right. We did not manage to get the geese. Well, we gained some hunter trait experience, it claims, but it was in falconer, which is not really what we want. It's fine, it's just that we would much prefer to get it in the one that gives us prowess and stuff, although that doesn't really matter too much for our current characters. They're not really good enough to do anything. Right, finish your hunt, and let's head back. Okay, clear these out. And we're heading all the way back down here. Right. And we're back. Wonderful. I don't think we got the traveler trait. Nope, so no extra bonuses for traveling. Do I want to consider taking my brother's land? I guess I can't even do that anymore because I can't raise crown authority, right? Oh no, I can. It's cheap enough. I thought it was going to be much more expensive. I want to raise crown authority. It's going to make people dislike us, but people already dislike us. Yeah, let's do that, and then we can at least see whether we can revoke our brother's title. 42%. Unfortunately, because he hates us, he's not going to say yes. Or at least isn't guaranteed going to say yes. The problem is he'll rise up with other disgruntled vassals. This guy is definitely a disgruntled vassal, and I think it's usually by opinion, right? So, yeah. Like, it's not a good time to be revoking titles. We're going to have to do things to make people like us. If we went to university, we would get rid of this -10 penalty that we've got here. That might be worth considering. How much does it cost to go to university? University visit. Let's say that I wanted to go to the nearest university. Ignoring the fact that it's incredibly dangerous to get there, apparently. It would cost us, and let's say I wanted this, 585. I could also just go with decreased gold cost and go for really cheap. Means that I won't get the success chance, but that might be okay. Just go for a very cheap attempt. The problem is you only get one attempt every 20 years. You know what? Let's go cheap. And let's make ourselves a new route. So we're going to go like that. Then on the way back, we're going to go like that. The new travel route system isn't quite perfect yet. I can understand where it will be useful for the really long trips. For short trips, it really doesn't do very much for you. Then our goal is to study hard. Because if it's not to study hard, then what are we doing? Right. That's fine. Also, did I not go through this on the way? I'm sure I went through this on the way to the other thing, but maybe not. Maybe I somehow stopped myself from going through it by clicking somewhere else. Right. Anyway, to university we go. Okay, I got the martial lifestyle experience there. And we are now at university. Arrival at Cluny. I'm finally here walking the hallowed halls of Cluny, revered seat of all knowledge of the Catholic world. Cool. I gotta say, this music track that's here is very loud. Is this one from... Yes, this one's from Kingdom Come. We'll just move on from that. To one that's maybe a little less intense, given that we're not at war. Listen to me. If you read between the lines in spiritual medicine, it's obvious you just need to combine a stick, a hawk-shaped chess piece, and a rooster, all while adhering to the principles of Jewish-Christian debate. Trust me, it'll work. I don't have time for your nonsense. I'll take the stress hit. That's fine. My liege passed a new law. Cool. Visit from the Count. Attention students, our benefactor, Count Gerard, has deigned us a visit. He is the ruler of these lands. Be on your best behavior. Ah, you're debating metaphysical conundrums. I'm quite fond of that subject myself. I hope your studies are going well, the Count says, while maintaining eye contact. The Count has the power to assign special privileges to students such as myself. Perhaps I should take this opportunity to speak up. I can say you should be honored to have a Duke attend, which is because I am a higher rank than him, we get a more successful role. I can give him 70 gold to make it much more successful. I can give him a small amount of gift to be more successful, or you're most sensible. I'll spend our prestige. That's okay. I'm suddenly distracted from my midnight studies by a loud crash, an ear-deafening slam, and an expensive-sounding shatter. What in the world is going on? The source of the disturbance appears to be two peasants. God knows how they got in here, ravenously gulping down a barrel of the university's Bordeaux Claret. This'll teach them. Yeah, they think they're better than us just because they can read. So I can spend some money and teach them to read, and these two people will join my court with a lot more learning. I could use servants to carry my books, or better tell all the teachers before they destroy this place. I'm just going to say they can carry my books, and they can join my court. Okay. To have a gander. Today we're going to examine the anatomy of a falcon. Much we learned by studying the bodies of animals, as the ancients taught us. Does anyone want to help with the dissection demonstration? Because I'm lazy, we probably wouldn't want to. But it does make us much more successful. I'll just go for more successful. That's okay. That did not move at all. Okay, well. The language of knowledge. Oh dear, there's a faction against us. Let's have a quick look here. 13 months, 2 members. My brother and Joffrey are in it. Okay. Well, people from all over the known world gather in universities and religious centers to gain and share knowledge, but this is made possible only by the shared knowledge of a common language, usually some ancient language of liturgy loaded with traditional authority. Unfortunately, I'm not very familiar with the language, or with language of the culture spoken in Cluny. What's the language over here? They better not... It's French. Okay. Well, okay. That's obviously not what they're talking about, but that's fine. Which is making my studies much harder than they need to be. It's not an easy endeavor, but isn't this what higher education is all about? Oh, they're all speaking Latin. I see. So I can learn Latin. I can attempt to just, like, learn Latin passively, or I can't get distracted. I'm not going to get distracted. We're not really getting more than level 2 anyway. I'm just going to go for the easy options. Intellectual debate. Okay, in this intellectual debate, I'm going to go for the 71% chance. I convinced this person. And I gained the trait Flamboyant Trickster. Nice! We got the next one, and an Intrigue Lifestyle perk. Hey, that's all we needed. I kind of assume, although I've never checked, that it's easier to get an upgrade to your perk if it's worse. So yeah. We are now at level 2, we don't have a negative 10 with everybody, and we can grab Seducer, which gives us some extra fertility, attraction bonus, and intrigue. Nice. Are we done in intrigue? Unless we're going down schemer, we're done. Do I want to go down schemer? Not really, no. I think we might be okay to switch. Let's wait till we get back though. But actually, you know what? Let's wait till we get the next perk, because we're actually so close to the next perk anyway, because we got that perk for free. Yeah. Okay. Martial contest. As we pass through the market in Harry, we hear a loud yell and stumble into an ongoing tussle between two men tightly observed by a group of people. The crowd cheers profusely as one of them is swept off his feet, face planted solemnly in the dirt, thus concluding the match. "Who's next?" the man yells into the crowd, and his eyes land on our group. His face splits into a malicious grin as he looks at us. We're gonna leave, because we're not gonna win that fight. This event, like, you get a 1% chance of just dying. I'm not gonna choose that. I'm just going to always choose the bottom option, because I usually have a physician. I don't want to die. Just choose the bottom option and lose the money. It's fine. My sister and my courtier are not getting on. I just going to let them quarrel because I'm not diplomatic enough to stop them altogether. Okay, we're back. And faction is going to fire in 9 months. You're committed to the faction because... but claimant is too old is a big one. Okay. I could kill this guy, and that would help us. Problem is, I can't imprison this guy. Could murder, but yeah, it's not going to be the easiest one. I can try and revoke your title, but that's a 42% chance. That's like a last-ditch effort. You? I could, but I'd be a tyrant to take your title. Ooh. Right, yeah, we can also spar with knights in single combat, apparently. We should consider doing that. I don't know what we're going to do about these guys. It's kind of annoying. It's mostly just because they're stronger than us. I'm trying to figure out like whether we have any solution, or whether our solution is just try and take that guy's title. The problem is, I think if the faction fires, he'll be able to call in Denmark. And that's a big problem for us, because Denmark are very strong. In fact, they might be stronger than our allies, although we do have Portugal on our side, and you. So we do kind of equal up to them. The other problem is that they get all of my courtiers in this as well, which is like a big issue. Yeah, attempted murder I don't think goes away as a penalty either. Yeah. That's a bit of a problem. If we were to offer a hostage... Or we could demand a hostage from him. We could demand our nephew. He would say no. Yeah. Yeah, he would say no to that one. And then if I was to offer him a hostage... Let's say I was to offer him my daughter. He would accept. Yeah, he would suffer a penalty for attacking, but I don't think that will actually do very much. Although, interestingly, he will earn renown from this. And because he's a member of my house and my dynasty, that would then mean that I earn renown by sending my children to be hostages with my family members. Which is odd. Okay, interesting. I don't think that's our play. I don't know. I think it might be just trying to declare this... what was I saying? It might be trying to just revoke his title. I don't know what else we could really do. Does this use current military power? Yeah, but we're already getting the max bonus. If he liked us better, we'd have a higher acceptance. So if I was to chuck him onto our council... and then immediately try and fire it, he would gain a little extra opinion of us, and it might not be minus 80, so it might bring it closer to a 50-50, which would be acceptable-ish. I could also switch my wife onto giving us more diplomacy. We could get it closer to a 50-50. Yeah, I'm not sure what their plan is, but you know what my plan is right now? It's to end the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.